Alright guys, welcome back to Sport Baseball 9. Today I'm back with Legends team, and in this one I'm reattempting the max speed challenge that I failed in the last video. Here in attempt 2, we are on the road facing the unicorns this time. And technically speaking, I made this challenge even harder this time around because we got a 149 overall prime Winters on the mound. And this is actually the highest overall pitcher I have ever seen in this game from an opponent in any league. And let me know in the comments what the highest overall pitcher you've seen from an opponent in this game before. In terms of strategy for this one, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Instead of using bunt 1, I'm going to try bunt 2. A lot of you guys were saying to use that in the comments. And when I've done the bunt only challenges before, it hasn't seemed to help much. But I figured with how the first attempt went, it's worth trying out again. Okay, we got ourselves a 3-1 count to start. I would take a leadoff walk here. Wouldn't that be a little ironic that the best overall pitcher I've ever seen this game starts off the game with the walk?
Strike.
Ah, of course. And now we got a full count. We got to fight. We're going to try out bunt 2 for the first time. And it's right back to him. We couldn't get it down the line. It just is a little bit tougher when you can't preset it. And now we got Jackie Robinson up in the 2 spot. Another 3-1 count. Can we please get walked this time?
Strike.
And no, come on.
Bruh.
And now we got ourselves another full count. Can we get this one down the line?
Strike.
And I thought that was going to be ball 4, and the slider was perfectly thrown the top inside corner. And now we got Griffey up here with 2. I guess there's a reason this is the best overall pitcher I've ever seen. He just showed it right there. Guys, we've gotten 3 straight 3-1 counts to start this game. Can the third time please be a charm? Can we get a walk right here?
Strike.
And no, come on, man. And we're fighting here again. That would have been ball 4, of course. Of course.
Out.
Okay, Nolan, I brought you out for a reason. I need you to at least give me 9 shutout innings. You might need to go into extras too, if it goes anything like it did last game. 1-2 count, and you know what? It looks like he's just begging me to throw the high inside cheese, so that's what we're gonna do. And we started off with the nice high inside cheese right there. You know what? The high inside cheese is almost a little too overpowered with Nolan Ryan. We're gonna try the high outside shootout. Give him a little bit more of a chance. See, you know what? They made contact, but it's still a line up to Pete, and there's 2. And 1-2-3 inning. I'll take that start from Nolan. Top of the second, we got Big Poppy leading this thing off. Well, we finally got our first 0-2 count. We're fighting. And that's actually a perfection bunt. Come on, baby. Bunt 2's working. Yes, sir. Got our leadoff guy on with the bunt single already. And now we can steal second and third with max speed. Maybe bunt 2 is the strat with max speed. And to be fair, when we were doing the bunt only challenge, every one of my batters were much slower. So, all right, let's get into 2. Easy money. Not even close. Now it's time to steal third.
Strike.
And he's in there. And now I'm a little bit nervous right here. 0-2 count, runner on third, no outs. We were 1 for 3 on converting the suicide squeeze in the last attempt. Can we turn that around this time? We're sending Big Poppy home. Jeter, you gotta get this bunt further than 5 feet. Come on. And he does. Let's go. Finally. And we score here in the second and take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
And now that brings up Barry with 1. And honestly, with Nolan Ryan on the mound, that might be enough to complete this challenge. 2-2 count. Come on, we got to fight here. And, that's the thing. Sometimes you just can't get it down the line with bunt 2 if you don't react fast enough. And there's 2. And now that brings up Pete. Quick 0-2 count. Pete, can you get this down?
Strikeout.
And that would have probably been a ball, and we get our first strikeout on a bunt. But you know what? We scored, and that's all that matters.
Strikeout.
And there we go. Quick count right there. And there's 2. They're keeping the pitch count down. 0-2 count. We're going back to old trusty high inside cheese. Nice knowing ya. Top of the third, and we got Chipper leading this thing off. 2-2 count. And that might have been a ball, but not the worst one I've ever seen. If we can just get it more down the line more often, I feel like we're going to get a couple more hits today. And now we got Johnny up with 1. 0-2 count here again. Come on, Johnny. And another strikeout on the foul bunt. 3 straight sliders. And now we're back to the top of the lineup with 2 outs, and that brings up Ricky. Come on, Ricky. Let's start a 2-out rally right here. And back-to-back strikeouts on a bunt. Goodness gracious, y'all. That was a terrible inning right there. Come on, man.
Strikeout.
That was nasty. High inside shootout. First pitch swinging. I'll take those all day. There's 2. 1-2 count here with 2 outs. You guys know I got to do it. High inside cheese. He's not even close. Top of the 4th, and we got Jackie leading this thing off. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a leadoff single here again. Never mind. Probably was going to be a ball, and we just cannot get it down the line. That's what's killing us. Now that brings up Ken with 1. It's actually a pretty good bunt. That's a pretty good bunt. Come on. And he's out by just a step. If he could have gotten a little bit further. 2 outs again, and that brings up Big Poppy, who currently has the only hit of the game and run, which again is kind of ironic because he wasn't known for his speed in real life. I think the only thing that's been good about these past 2 innings is that we're getting his pitch count up, because another 2-2 count and we're fighting again. And if we could just get it more down the line, goodness gracious. Let's try that slurving on the hands. And that was just absolutely disgusting. You need a golf club to hit that one, which technically speaking, they do in this game. And a line out to Pete. A little bit nervous right there, but there's 2. And he pulls the high outside shootout. You got to take that other way. Top of the 5th, and we got Jeter up. He had the sack, bunt, and scored the only run of the game. And that would have been ball 3 and another strikeout while bunting. 1 out, and that brings up Barry again. Okay, we got our first 3-0 count of the day. Can we finally draw our first walk? And we do. We got a runner on with 1 out, and here's an opportunity at another run. Brings up Pete Rose. Still Barry to second.
Strike.
And obviously he's in there easy with that 243 speed. Send him to 3.
Ball.
And he's in there. And now we got another runner on third with 1 out. 1-1 count. Let's try the suicide squeeze again. Perfect the slider, and we're actually getting the bunts far enough this time. That was our problem last time, and now we're 2 for 2 on suicide squeezes, and we've already scored more runs here in 5 innings than we did all of the last attempt in 11. Let's go, baby. I believe in you, Chipper. And okay. Never mind. I jinxed that one right there. But all that matters is that we scored another run. First pitch swinging. I like it. Thank you very much. 0-2 count. Let's try this curveball in the dirt. Can we get him chasing? And nope, but it's a perfection pitch. Back-to-back 0-2 counts. Can we make it back-to-back strikeouts on the low curveball? And another perfect curveball. Top of the 6th, Johnny back up leading this thing off. And Winters is now officially in the orange. And if you guys remember, even though we've been bunting every time, this is not the bunt-only challenge. So if we get an exclamation point pitch, we can swing away. And strikeout on the high fastball. I keep thinking that's going to be a curveball, and it's been killing me today. But now we got one, and that brings up the top lineup and rookie again. Winters is just dotting me up right now. And that's actually a beautiful bunt. Come on, Ricky. 2 outs, so now that brings up Jackie. 3 straight 0-2 counts. And that's not going to get it done. That was a quick inning right there. Come on, Chipper, make the play over there at third. Gosh, that ball looked in slow motion over to the first, but it still beats him. I'll take it. Back-to-back plays over there on the left side of the field. 0-2 count. Nolan is only at 46 pitches here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's just end on 47. Oh, my goodness. Talk about efficient, baby. Top of the 7th, we got Ken leading this thing off. Come on, stay fair. Oh, you literally couldn't have bunted it much better, but it just goes foul and we strike out.
Strikeout.
I don't know how I didn't get that down, y'all. I'm just trash at the game, I guess. Now I got 2 quick outs here with Jeter up.
Out.
We finally get an exclamation point pitch right down the middle, and we can't even get it out of the infield with Jeter right there.
That's cap.
I guess that's what happens when you're facing the highest overall pitcher you've ever seen before from an opponent. And every one of your batters has low contact power and eye because you maxed out speed. So I can't even really be mad. High outside fastball. And we give him the sombrero. 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Not your best day, my man. Make that 10 strikeouts on the day. You know, let's try that changeup blowing away. He takes it the other way, but Chipper Jones makes the play. 1-2 count. We're just staying low outside corner on this guy.
Strikeout.
You literally cannot throw the ball better than that. 11 Ks, everybody gets a free pizza from La Rosa's. Top of the 8th, we got Barry leading this thing off. He walked in the last time. Would have been a good bunt if you could just get it further. And now we got Pete Rose up here with 1 out. And Winters is at 99 pitches. Here comes his 100th pitch of the day right here.
Strike.
And now he's in triple digits. And after that pitch, he is now officially in the red and out there sweating. When will they go to the bullpen? We're still having to fight out here, though. And it would have been an exclamation point pitch, but he guarded against it.
Out.
and just not a great bunt. 2 more quick outs, and that brings up Chipper Jones. And they finally go to the bullpen, and they bring in a 130 overall prime relief pitcher who's already in the orange. I'm liking this. Welp comes in and throws 3 straight balls. Can we get a 4-pitch walk? And we do. We got life here with 2. You're telling me they had no one else in the bullpen besides that dude who's in the orange and tired. But you know what? That brings up Johnny here with 2. We're sending Chipper to second, obviously.
Ball.
And he still has yet to throw a strike. 5 straight balls since coming in relief. Send him to third. And yay, he finally threw a strike. And now we got Chipper on third with 2 outs. The sad thing is we can't really suicide squeeze this time around with having 2 outs. 1-2 count. And you know what? I think we have a better chance of getting a bunt single than actually getting a hit while swinging. So you know what? We're just going to bunt 2 here with Johnny and see if he can get on. And that would have probably been a ball. And there's no way that worked. Wow. Johnny comes through in the clutch.
Holy
And we
cow.
score our 3rd run of the game right there. It's not the greatest bunt, but the catcher has to go out and get it. And he tried to tag him out at home when all he had to do was throw the ball to first and get Johnny out. I seriously can't believe that worked right there. And now we're back to the top of the lineup with Ricky Henderson. And we're stealing Johnny.
Ball.
And he's in there.
Safe.
Time to steal 3.
Ball.
Another ball. This guy can just not fill up the strike zone. Full count now. Will he give us something or will he walk us? We're going to try the same strategy. I thought that was going to be a high inside fastball for a walk, and it ended up being a changeup right down the middle of the zone. But I'll take another run. 2-2 count. He's sitting on the fastball. Is he sitting on back-to-back shootos, though? Nasty. Good night. And if only Jeter could have laid out over the shoulder diving catch and he would have preserved the perfect game and no hitter, but they finally get their first hit here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. I left that shooter a little too much in the zone. That is on me. Oh well, now we have a double play opportunity so we can get out of this inning possibly even quicker. 1-2 count. We're going back to our bread and butter. And there's our double play, baby. Beautiful. We give up the hit, but it makes it even easier to get out of the inning. Top of the 9th, Jackie leading this thing off. Can we get any more insurance runs? We've worked it to a full count. And I was hoping that could be a slider a little bit too far in for a walk, but instead it's a strikeout. That's the only thing about using bunt 2. You're most likely to strike out more often. Another 2-2 count right here. Come on.
Strikeout.
And a strikeout on a foul bunt. Doesn't make a difference. 2 outs now, and that brings up Big Papi. Another 2 strike count. We get the slider down. That's actually a pretty good bunt. Come on. And he gets him by a step. If it could have been a little bit further. And did I just see Cherry right there on first? Is that an Easter egg referring to the Cherry that was in the OG Baseball 9 Baseball Star? If you guys remember? But either which way, bottom of the 9th, Nolan Ryan going for the complete game shutout to beat the max speed and Royal 1 challenge. He's only at 69 pitches. He's been super efficient. Let's finish this thing strong. And you know what? I'm not afraid of walking this batter now because we already have the perfect game and no hitter in the last inning. So we're going to come right after this guy, try and dot that high inside corner. And we walk him. Not the strong start I wanted to finish this game, but that just means we have a double play opportunity now. 0-2 count. I would go for the strikeout, but I just want to get 2 outs in 1 pitch. Oh, I'll take the strikeout too, I guess. There's 1. We're locked in now. Are you going to swing the bat? Nope. Back-to-back strikeouts. You know what? Let's just go ahead and strike out the side to finish this game. And that brings up Myers. He's 0 for 3. He's going for the golden sombrero right here to end this game. 1-2 count. We started this game with the high inside cheese strikeout. Let's finish it with the high inside cheese strikeout. For the golden sombrero. And that's how we do it. Full circle. We started with the high inside cheese strikeout for this challenge, and we finished the game with the high inside cheese strikeout. 15 Ks on the day for Nolan Ryan, and he strikes out the side to end this thing. And we get the dub 3-0 and complete the max speed in Royal 1 challenge. And obviously, Nolan Ryan gets the MVP. He was a hit and a walk away from a perfect game. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys next time.